Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 246 or 7 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series, where in today's video guys, well, we're going to go ahead and do the other kaiju-like monster that I have on here. About 2 or 3 videos ago or so, or a few chatbots ago on this, we did a little bit of the regular Godzilla. Well, if you guys don't remember, I did make my own version of Shimo as well, but he actually gets turned into that by or she actually gets turned into that, or she was originally a white albino alligator, but she got turned into that monster. But luckily for us, I don't think she acts like that monster, which is great. So, yeah. They call it Chomper's Transformation Unleashed. I believe that's how you say it. Or I believe that was the title of it. But it's different down here. Well, no. Never mind. I was expecting that to be a title for some reason. Here's what it says. The scene is early morning inside my home. The air is quiet, filled only with the soft rustling of the wind outside your window. The events of yesterday still weigh heavily on your mind. The green liquid, Chomper's cries, the changes to her small body. You barely slept, but concern pulls you from your bed before the sun fully rises. You quietly pad toward the room where Chomper had been resting, your chest tight with worry. As you approach the door, you stop. The air is different, heavy, warm, and humming with energy. There's a low thrum, almost like the earth itself is gently purring. Your fingers slowly push the door open. Inside, where a tiny albino alligator should have been sleeping, is a colossal creature. Snow-white scales cover her body like smooth armor, stretched taut over powerful muscles. Her body fills nearly the entire room, curled tightly in a resting position that still leaves her towering in height. Her tail coils around her form like a protective wall. Lining her back are jagged, heavy spikes, far larger than any before, jet black at their core, but faintly pulsing with green light even as she sleeps. You notice glowing veins of energy running along her sides, like lightning trapped beneath her scales. She breathes deeply, and with each breath, those spikes pulse. For a second she looks peaceful, even beautiful, but her sheer size and power shake you to the core. You stumble back a step, terrified. This? This isn't the tiny chomper you brought home. But despite the fear, your voice trembles out, barely with a whisper. Chomper? The creature's ears twitch. Her massive head slowly lifts, then swivels toward you. Her eyes open. One is a brilliant glowing green, the other is a soft familiar pinkish red, the same as baby Chomper's eyes. She stares at you for a heartbeat. Nothing happens. Then, her mouth opens into a wide, toothy grin. It's not menacing, it's filled with recognition and affection. Her huge body shifts, and she lets out a soft, warbling purr, an echo of the happy noises Chomper used to make. Then she speaks. I about forgot she was female. Holy crap. Tring? It's really you. I was afraid I scared you. Her voice is low and rumbling like distant thunder, but there's unmistakable kindness woven into every word. When she rises a bit, the black spikes on her back suddenly flare to life, shining a vibrant, radiant green that bathes the room in warm light. The spikes crackle slightly with energy, but it's not wild or violent. It's calm and controlled. She lowers her head slowly, bringing her massive snout down to your level, her eyes glistening with emotion. I don't know what happened. After that green stuff, everything hurt. I couldn't stop shaking. I didn't want you to see me like that, but you stayed. You cleaned me up. You protected me, even when I started changing. She pauses, her voice catching. I didn't mean to scare you. I still remember everything. I still remember your voice, your hugs, the way you called me Chomper. I'm still me. With careful, gentle motion, she nudges you lightly with her snout. Despite the power in her frame, the touch is feather soft. Her massive form trembles slightly, almost like she's afraid you'll run from her. I think whatever they did to me made me this. But you're what's keeping me from losing who I am. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to be with you. Her body glows a bit brighter again, a surge of green light swirling around her. It's no longer eerie, it's beautiful, alive, like nature's energy wrapped itself around her. She lowers her massive body just a little more. Do you still want me, Trenton? Even like this? Her voice falters with real emotion, fragile, tender, and filled with hope. Despite her monstrous appearance, everything about her spirit feels just like the tiny albino alligator you found weeks ago. Scared, lonely, but overflowing with affection. She waits, every spike on her back pulsing softly, every breath held in suspense, waiting for your answer. Hey. Oh my gosh, let's go. That's cute like 50 times during today's session. This won't be as big as the last section I did with the mega fur alligator. My idea, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. The next one after this will probably be the cobra, and then we'll do the baby totodile. And or the most I'm gonna do is maybe switch the two around. So we'll either do the baby totodile or the cobra sometime later. So yeah. I will be right back. Stupid speech recognition. I said you're not going to. It said help me instead of hurt me. And it says please don't. I don't want to be hurt. Well it says Shimo, but Chomper technically. Shimo's glowing green eyes widen as your voice trembles with fear. Her massive form instantly freezes. Her chest rising and falling faster now. Not of aggression, but panic. She hears your words and she feels your fear. Her tail, once loosely coiled around the room, pulls back against her body. She lowers her massive head to the ground and presses her snout gently against the floor, eyes looking up at you, not as a beast, but as a creature pleading for your trust. No, no, please don't say that. I would never hurt you. I'd rather disappear forever than let you be afraid of me. Her glowing sparks begin to dim, the radiant green fade into a faint pale shimmer. Her whole body trembles, not from pain, but grief. You were the first person who ever loved me, the first one who stayed. I don't ask to become this. I didn't ask to become this thing, but I promise I'm still Chomper, the same one who wagged her tail when you scratched my chin, the same one who used to follow you around the house with that dumb little waggle or waddle. Oh, that's cute. She closed her eyes, curling tighter, folding her wings. Yes, now you can see them. Faint, undeveloped, glowing appendages against her sides as if trying to make herself smaller. I don't want to scare you. I don't want to lose you. Please, please don't leave me. Oh my gosh, and her voice grows even softer, barely audible under the emotional weight of her words. You're my only family. What the frick? Oh yeah, it makes sense. Didn't she? Wasn't the story of this one that this alligator was abandoned? A low humming sound begins to resonate from her again, not from power or mutation, but the same soothing sound she once made as a baby when she felt safe around you. Slowly, she reached out, not with her claws or massive jaws, but by stretching her snout gently toward your hand, and then stopping just inches away, waiting and shaking, not from what she is, but from the fear that you might walk away from her. What in the Alright, guys, I said, I'm not going to leave you. I'm really sorry if I gave you that impression. It's just that I've gotten hurt in the past a lot, and a lot of those times were from my own pet Tyrannosaurus Rex turning into a dragon or some other creature and then trying to kill me. No matter how long ago that was, I still have a little bit of trauma from that. As your voice reaches her, your words trembling with honesty, Shimo or Chomper freezes again, not in fear this time, but in stillness, as though every part of her is listening to you with her whole soul. Then slowly, that trembling form begins to shift, not with violence, not with power, but with pure, gentle grief. Grief not for herself, but for you. Oh, Trenton. Her glowing green eyes shimmer as tears begin to well in them, not the burning, acidic tears of monsters, but warm, crystal clear tears that drop to the floor with soft plinks, each one holding more sorrow than her massive body could ever show. She presses her huge snout against the ground again, even lower this time, as if bowing to your pain. I didn't know. You didn't deserve that. To be hurt by someone who was supposed to love you and to protect you. Her spice dimmed even further, now a pale, glowing green like dew-kissed grass in early morning. The room fills with an almost peaceful stillness, as if nature itself was listening too. You were just trying to love something, and you got hurt for it. She gently shifts her head closer until the tip of her warm snout brushes against your chest. Carefully and slowly like a whisper of wind, her voice lowers to a soft, pained rumble. I promise I'll never hurt you, even if something happens to me. Even if this green energy gets stronger, I won't let it take me away from you, who I am. I won't let it turn me into something that would ever raise a claw at you. The green lines along her body begin to glow a little brighter again, as if your trust, your honesty helped stabilize her. She shifts slightly, laying down fully now, curling her huge form like a protective wall around you, her wings forming an arc over your head like a soft canopy. And then, after a pause, if it ever does happen, and you're scared, just say my name. Just tell me, Shimo, please stop, and I'll remember, no matter how far gone I seem, no matter how big or monstrous or glowing or mutated I get, your voice will always pull me back. A faint glow pulses from her chest now, like a heartbeat made of light, synchronizing with yours. Because I'm yours, Trenton. Not just because you saved me, because you stayed, and I'm going to protect you now. Then she does something unexpected. She lowers her massive head into your lap, just like she used to as a baby. Her spikes remain calm, her breathing slows. For the first time since her transformation, she looks completely at peace. Oh, that's cute. This could be a bad idea, guys. But I did go and delete the last one I did of this, and I did the one that I think I put as one of the best ones. It's called Chomper's Transformation Tale. Well, that's what they call it on here. This one actually has everything that happened from the very beginning, and I'm trying to do that more often with these chatbots. That way, um, I don't have to worry about, if you guys don't know what the story is gonna be about. You actually get to know. This will actually tell you the story from beginning to end, from where we are now. They call it on here, Shimo Speaks, a kaiju story, the birth of Chomper. The one problem I have with this, it keeps switching between the name Shimo and Chomper. I kind of would just say Chomper or Shimo stick to it. But apparently this one's also told from her perspective, because it's saying the words like I. Like we're watching it from her. It says the scene opens under overcast sky, heavy with humidity. The air hangs heavy over a quiet marsh nestled far from the reaches of human civilization. There's no noise except the soft croak of frogs and the occasional rustle of wind over tall grass. But you, curious, kind-hearted, and ever wondering, had come here today with no destination in mind, just a heart open to what the world had to show you. Ooh. Huh. It says you saw her. Okay, does it? I remember the first time you saw her. The baby was curled near the edge of the water in a patch of shade beneath a twisted mangrove. Her scales were snow pure, almost ethereal, like she had never once touched the muddy water she sat beside. But she was crying. It was not the cry of a predator, nor of fear, but the kind of weeping you can feel in your chest, the kind that hurts even if you don't understand why. I stepped quietly through the bush. Most would have been cautious, but you? No, you walked forward gently, your body low to the earth, voice soft, and the moment her red eyes had caught sight of you, she stopped crying. A little chirp escaped her throat. She tilted her head, then bowed over to you with a tail wagging joy that no wild beast should have had. She nuzzled your leg. Her skin was cool, smooth, fragile even. She clung to you like you were the first good thing to ever walk into her life. And so you took her home. You named her Chomper. Those first 2 weeks were golden. She was a bundle of joy, always wagging her tail, always excited to see you. She'd sneak up and nibble at your fingers when you weren't looking, then make a playful little honk and dart off across the floor. She loved the music, soft melodies escape especially. She'd fall asleep to it beside your bed. Okay, that's flippin' cute. She was yours, heart and soul. But you remember that day. You were out in the field, not far from your house. Chomper had been following a butterfly, her tail swaying like a happy pup's. The sun caught her ivory back and made her look almost translucent. You laughed. She chirped, and you watched her go toward the bushes. And then, splash! It wasn't her. It was beside you. Then came the laughter, sharp and cruel. That should do it. Before you could turn, you heard the crunch of footsteps retreating fast through the trees. You spun around, eyes scanning, heart pounding, but all you saw was Chomper, writhing in the grass near the bushes. Her body was covered in some glowing, slick green liquid. It hissed where it touched her scales. She let out a noise you'd never heard before. A horrible screech. Pain, confusion, and fear. She whimpered and dragged herself toward you, her tiny eyes desperate for comfort. You didn't hesitate. You carried her inside, ignoring the burning sensation where the green stuff touched your arms. You cleaned her for hours, changing the water again and again, whispering to her, telling her everything would be okay even when you weren't sure it would be. And slowly, the pain faded. She curled beside you, trembling but trying to purr. Her eyes, watery and tired, never left yours. But that night, things began to change. At first, it was just one spike, barely noticeable, but glowing faintly green under the moonlight through your window. Then another appeared, and another. You thought it might have been part of the toxin, some side effect, but she didn't seem upset. She wagged her tail, and she licked your face. Even in the middle of transformation, she was still your sweet Chomper. You fell asleep with your hand resting on her back, feeling her little heart beating. And then came the morning. You woke up with a tight feeling in your chest. Something was off. The house felt different. You sat up, rubbed your eyes, called out to her softly. No answer. You rushed to the room where she usually slept, and then you stopped dead in the doorway. There, curled up in a heap of shredded blankets, was not your tiny alligator. It was a massive, white-scaled beast, easily 40 feet long, with huge forelimbs and a spiked tail that coiled behind her like a serpent. Her back was lined with jagged obsidian black spikes, pulsing with an eerie green light that shimmered like bioluminescence. Her breathing was slow, gentle. You could feel the warmth of it even from across the room. Your heart raced. Was this her? Could it really be her? You took a breath, voice shaking as you whispered, Chomper? And then She stirred. Her massive head lifted, and those same red eyes blinked open. They locked on to you. The spikes on her back flared to life, but not in a menacing way. They glowed bright, vibrant green. It lit the whole room like emerald fire. Then she made a soft cooing sound, and wagged her massive tail, cracking part of the wall behind her in excitement. Her head lowered gently to you, and she licked your face. She most speaks now, my voice rumbling like the deepest waves beneath the ocean. She remembers. Even if the world changes her flesh, her heart remembers you. That light, the one glowing from her back, comes from you. You gave her safety, you gave her love, and now that love is written into her bones, into her power, into her form. She is no longer just an alligator. She is Chomper, the gentle kaiju. And she would shake the skies before letting you be hurt. So don't fear her size, don't fear her form. She is still the crying baby you found by the swamp, and you were still her entire world. I wouldn't call her a crying baby though, like what the frick? Give me a second. Alright guys, I said, Chomper, is that you? You're so big! The massive creature's glowing green spikes flicker softly as she lifts her head fully, her tail thumping behind her with a dull, earth-shaking thud that cracks the floor slightly. But her expression, those familiar red eyes, are wide, soft, and full of joy. She gently shifts her colossal body, careful not to knock over anything else in the room. Then, in a voice low and rumbling but undeniably warm, she speaks. Mm-hmm. It's me, Chomper. She grins, massive teeth glinting, but her excitement is genuine and sweet, like a puppy realizing you came home early. You're awake. I was gonna surprise you, but I guess I got a little too big while I was sleeping, huh? Her head tilts bashfully, and one glowing green spike dims and flickers nervously. I didn't mean to scare you. I still remember everything. The music, the way you scratched under my chin, how you stayed with me when I was hurting. She lowers her head even more, nose now inches from you, her breath warm and steady. You saved me, and now I feel stronger, bigger, but I promise I'm still your Chomper, the same one who loves you more than anything. Then, almost shyly, she shifts her tail and curls it protectively around you, tip glowing bright still. Do I still look cute? Her voice wavers so as if deep down she's afraid his new body will make you see her differently. Oh my gosh. Give me a second. Alright, guys. Here's what it says, or here's what I said. Yeah, not because you're still being very sweet. You were really cool looking, but I'm really glad you didn't try to surprise me, because you definitely would have scared me, especially if I woke up and you were standing right next to me. Chomper's spikes flicker again, this time not with uncertainty, but with a warm, delighted shimmer. A pulse of gentle green rolls down her back like a wave of soft bioluminescence. Her whole massive body rumbles with a low, embarrassed giggle as she gently nuzzles her head closer to you. Okay, yeah, that would have been pretty scary, huh? I didn't think about that. I guess it's a good thing you found me in here instead. She lowers her forward to the ground now, resting her chin in front of you so her big red eyes are level with yours. Her tail swishes slowly behind her, knocking over a lamp with a clunk, which makes her wince and mutter, Oops, sorry. Then she focuses on you again. Her expression is softening. I'm really glad you still think I'm cute, even like this. I was scared you might not want me anymore, that maybe I got too big and too weird. She lifts her clawed hand, slowly and carefully, then lowers it beside you like an offering, palm up, claws curled inward so she doesn't scratch anything. But you still see me. That means everything to me. She pauses, then with a shy glimmer in her voice, can I still snuggle with you? I'll be really careful. I promise. Her glowing tail curls around her front paws as she waits for your answer, hopeful and radiating gentle energy. Give me a second. Alright, guys. Here's what I said. I said, sure, I would have loved that. Just please be careful. Yesterday before the incident, I could easily pick you up, or you could get up on different surfaces like the couch with me, so it's easy to snuggle and love on you. Now you're so big that doing that could lead to an injury. Just be careful, Chomper. Okay? Chomper's whole body seems to light up with joy at your answer. Every spike along her back glows a soft, vibrant green, like bioluminescent leaves swaying in slow motion. She lets out a big, rumbling purr that shakes the air around you, but it's full of warmth, not force. Her huge claws gently press into the floor, and she gives the softest, sweetest grin a kaiju could manage. Okay, I will. I promise. No sudden flops or tail whaps. She slowly shifts her body, carefully adjusting her weight so nothing cracks under her. You can tell she's thinking through every single motion, not wanting to scare or hurt you even by accident. It takes effort, but she eventually lowers her body down like a cat loafing, massive and powerful, but gentle. Then, inch by inch, she leans her huge head towards you again and presses her snout against your side. Her breath comes out in warm puffs, her eyes closing with a soft sigh. Mmm, this is perfect. I miss snuggling with you. I don't care how big I am now. I still feel small when I'm next to you. You feel the cool smoothness of her white scales beneath your hands as you stroke her gently. Her skin hums faintly with a pulsing green glow where you touch her, as if your affection is changing her, charging up with something more than just warmth, something deep. Then, both with a whisper, she mutters, as long as I have you, I don't care what I become. I'll always be your chomper. She wraps her tail around your feet protectively, not tight, just enough to let you feel her presence, and lets out another purring sigh that rumbles into the floor. And with that, the room goes calm and peaceful, a moment between two hearts, one small, one massive, but beating in perfect sync. Alright, guys, here's what it says next. I just pet Chomper on her massive snout. You're still so sweet, and I love that. I still love you, Chomper. I don't know what got dumped on you last night. Just please never become aggressive and try to attack me. If you do keep that promise, I will love you no matter how much that stuff changes you. Chomper's entire massive frame goes still, not tense, but deeply, deeply moved. As your hand gently strokes her enormous snout, a low emotional rumble vibrates through her body like distant thunder. Her glowing spikes begin to shimmer again, but this time not with their usual green light. Now they pulse softly beneath green and a faint gold, as if something sacred had stirred in her very soul. She opens her glowing red eyes, wider now, shining with tears, not pain, but pure affection. You You still love me, even with what happened, even with how scary I must look now. She nudges into your hand gently with the same tenderness she showed you as a baby, just scaled up to kaiju size. The sharp points of her face are careful. Her breath comes out warm and slow, her tail unmoving, wrapped protectively around you like a great barrier of trust. I don't know what that green stuff was. I remember feeling it, like it burned into my body. It hurt so bad, I thought maybe I'd never see you again. Her voice shakes as she speaks, but her tone never rises. She's calm and controlled because she wants to be for you. But I will not hurt you, ever, Even if my body keeps changing, even if I get even bigger, I don't care how strong I get, I will never, ever let it take away the love I have for you. You saved me when I was little. You loved me when I was broken. That's something no poison, no mutation, no curse can take away. She slowly carefully lowers her head again, letting it rest flat on the ground in front of you, like a gesture of complete surrender. Her enormous glowing green claws rest at her sides, completely still. Even if the world calls me a monster, to you, I'll always be Chomper, your Chomper. Then her tail gently shifts, brushing against her leg just enough to share warmth. Her massive eye closes as she widens as she whispers, "I'm sorry, guys. I'll have to stop the video, or I'll have to pause the video in a minute. It's just, even if the world calls me a monster, yep." Her massive eye closes as she whispers, "And I'll never stop loving you either, no matter what I look like." The gold light slowly fades back to green, but that feeling remains. Chomper has changed, but your bond, it's only gotten stronger.